What's up, bird brain?
What's up, dork?
Ooh, dork. Good one.
I
That one at least doesn't make me feel fat, like when you call me dumpy. Dork is just dork.
know, but dork like takes me back to high school. Like that was a burn in high school.
Fucking nerd.
Fucking dork.
Fucking freaks. Ugh. We're not bullies, though.
No, I mean like people yelling dork at me.
I know.
I think dork was just the way that kids got around saying dick.
Is it, though?
I mean, I think, kids were always looking at ways to not to swear but not swear.
Yeah.
Instead of saying you could in the hallway, you couldn't be like, you're a dick down the hallway, but you could be like dork down the hallway.
That's going to be me at the next Paracon to you. Dork. So loud.
All the way down the echoing chambers.
Yep. We bring our walkie-talkies and just be like, come in, nerd.
I used to, when I would get beat up in high school, I used to I learned really quickly that the guys who were beating me up were afraid of, they were afraid of things at so many different levels. They were afraid of not looking cool. They were afraid of seeming like wimps or whatever that meant. But I also realized that meant that they were afraid of me. There was one time that there were these four guys from football walking down the hallway in high school, and they were on a mission to kick my ass. I don't even remember what they were going to kick my ass about, but they were coming down the hallway. You know how in high school your locker has vents on the top of it?
Mm-hmm.
So I saw them coming, and I think one of them yelled my name. So I slammed my locker. And then I was like, oh, you guys are going to beat me. This is exactly what I said to him. I was like, oh, you guys are going to beat me up. Big deal. And I turned and I racked my head on that upper vent of the locker, and blood just gushed out of the top of my head. And they fucking froze, and they didn't know what to fucking do. And they turned around and all ran in the other direction.
Bro, you're a psycho.
But it was I can do that and hurt myself, or they're going to beat me up until someone saves me.
Yeah, for sure. And also if someone, okay, let's say they started to beat you up and then somebody came running, they'd be like, oh shit, they hurt him, and then they would get in trouble.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would have won either way, really.
Yeah. And so, I went in the bathroom and patted the blood off my head and skipped school for the rest of the day.
So we were trying to say, so if we ever get in a fight, you're just going to smash your face into a wall and so I don't beat you.
I mean, I think that works sometimes. Crazy beats strong every time.
100%. Yeah, because you don't even want to, you don't know what they're going to spit on you or fucking what they're doing.
How many times have you been in a situation in a bar where there's a super strong dude and a super crazy dude, and the crazy dude wins every time? Even if he loses, the crazy dude wins.
Yep. He don't give a fuck.
No, you throw him out in the street, and then he just fist fights everybody out in the street. And then he walks down the street with his arms above his head screaming champion, even though his face is busted up. And somehow the crazy person still won.
That's right. Doesn't feel a thing, doesn't remember a thing. Good grief. I almost said I don't like fights, and I literally love fights. I don't like unsanctioned fights.
I was sitting in art class one time, and this guy, Frank, who used to be one of my merciless bullies, our art teacher had left. I don't know where he went, but you know how teachers just randomly would leave in the middle of class sometimes? Our art teacher was gone he would give us our lesson and then bail, and then we'd just be in the class fucking around for the rest of the hour. But Frank, one of my bullies, was in my art class, and he said something to me across the room after class, I'm going to kick your ass or something like that. And I just knew that, and he was on the football team, so I knew that more than him would be involved, because it was always football was always, they ganged up on you. They would never fight you one-on-one. Just horrible. But he said something to me, and we were doing linoleum cutting. Do you remember linoleum block cutting, where it was a little piece of linoleum, and then you would scrape and you could do printing? You never did that?
Wait, maybe. I don't know.
You had to carve out on this little linoleum block, and then you'd put ink roller on it, and then you could use it like a printing.
Yeah, that gray stuff. It was gray.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
But anyway, Frank was telling me how he was going to beat me up, and I had this linoleum cutter, which is like an X-Acto knife, and I looked at him and I was like, Frank, you can't hurt me. And I took it and I jammed it in the top of my finger, between my fingernail and the finger.
No.
It went down underneath my fingernail.
Oh.
And as soon as I pulled it out, blood splopped all over the top of my finger and all over my desk. And I leaned down. The whole class is watching and freaking out. And Frank's eyes are like wild. He doesn't know what to do. And this blood is pouring out of my finger. And I just leaned forward and licked it off the desk right as the art teacher walked back into the room. And then I went down to the principal's office and then I got sent home.
You are a psychopath. Psycho. Jeez. I never had to do any of that.
It was bad.
That is bad. Don't
I'm thinking about
shit
it.
on your
I'm thinking about it because I was watching Love Boat and there was a bully on the Love Boat who was supposed to be funny.
How are you going to be a bully on a boat? Everybody could just pick you up and throw you over there. That's a bad idea. I dropped so I was literally right when I got up, I went to the back door to feed the birds and squirrels. I had a hoodie on because it's like nice out the last couple of days, and my phone fell out of my fucking pocket directly onto my second to last toe. That fucking little, right on the knuckle. I'm telling you, when it hit my toe, it buckled my knees and I fell to the fucking ground. It was so bad. I fell over the peanut bags. I'm like, holy shit, and I had to ice it. It sucked. I don't know. That's how I started my day. And then I went to my phone, and this guy I've known for a really long time. He used to be one of my regulars at a restaurant I worked at. He's super cool. He has a really cool job. He's the shit, right? And he's talked to me about spooky shit before. So I get this DM from him, and I see just the preview, and it says, sorry if this is weird. And I was like, oh, it's going to be a ghosty thing. Let me give him some advice or whatever. And I opened it, and he's like, I have this friend who just moved here from Texas, and I never do this type of thing, but I feel like you guys should hang out. Tried to match make me, and I'm still horrified. And this happened 8 hours ago, and just don't ever do that. And me and you have talked on here so many times about how we don't want to date anybody. Literally, even if I wanted to, I don't have fucking time. But then, okay, and here's the other part. So he gives me his Instagram name. And I go, it's on private, so I can't fucking see him anyway. But then he has 120 followers or something. And I don't want this. This is going to sound how it's going to sound. And A, partially for comedic intent, but B, kind of serious. If you have a fucking 100 followers in this day and age, you're either a serial killer or you're 65.
That's not true, but I get what you're saying. It is true.
Why would he? I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be shitty. This whole conversation is shitty, but I literally already know that I'm too fun for that guy. I'm fucking fun, and my life is fun, and that guy's not fun. So sorry. I can already tell. I can tell.
There are a lot of fun people on Instagram that they have less than 100 followers.
Whatever. I'm sorry if it's evil, but that's so fucking weird. That's weird.
You're just weirded out that someone's trying to hook you up with someone else.
I know, and also, but not everybody, even when I'm in relationships, I dated a guy for 4 years not that long ago, and there's one picture of him on my fucking Instagram. So it's for all anybody knows, I do have a boyfriend, but I don't, but I could. Don't send me fucking up. Ew. Right?
And I mean, has he seen you lately?
Oh, you're such a fucking, I'm gonna throw Yeah, now I have a limp from my toe. No, I don't. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Now you know how I felt when that 75-pound air tank fell on my big toe.
Yes. Yeah, at least I didn't demolish my toe. It does still look red, but whatever, it's fine. It bends. It's not broken. But, so that's how my day started. Don't set me up. Unless the person's fucking Irish or Scottish and beautiful. No. I don't want to date some American bar guy. Nope. Sorry. So anyway, then I watched Bachelor in Paradise and I hung my TV up. I'm staring at it right now. I feel like it's going to fall off the wall. I'm waiting. I think I did a good job, but I'm just staring at it.
Did you use a stud finder and everything?
I did not. I drilled about 27 holes in the wall and I could not find a vertical stud across like 32 inches of my fucking wall. So what I found was like a horizontal one. So I screwed the top screw into the horizontal one.
So you found a horizontal stud and you screwed it?
You're what a segue. What a fucking segue. I need to find a horizontal stud. That don't mean I want a fucking boyfriend.
Hit that one out of the fucking park. You set me up for that. You didn't even see it coming.
I didn't. Nope. Well, God damn it. Now this episode's going to be called Horizontal Stud. Fuck.
Horizontal Stud Finder, my new matchmaking app.
Oh my God. That's actually really good. Yes. So yeah, that was my day. What did you do?
Nothing.
You had to have done something. You went for a bike ride, didn't you?
No.
Oh.
I didn't do anything. I mowed my lawn.
Again?
Yeah, because it's getting so Halloween is coming. It's like what, over a month and a half away, almost 2 months away now for Halloween.
Not even. It's like 50. I think I saw a meme today that said it was 55 days away.
Yeah, so I mow my lawn. This will be the last time I mow my lawn until Halloween because I like my lawn to be overgrown at Halloween. I like my house to look scary, and grass is growing slowly now, so I can get away with not mowing it for like 50 days. But it'll look just unkempt enough that when kids come to my house, they'll be like, does someone live here or does nobody live here? And then the porch light will be on and they'll have to traverse up the stairs. And then I'll be wearing a suit and I'll keep candy in my pockets.
Ew.
Yeah.
I mean, for all the trips we have coming up, no one really does live there.
I live here. No, I just woke up and I painted and I drew and I mowed my lawn and then I read. I think that's about it. No big no big events today. The biggest event today was zipping myself up in my fly.
Oh, come on. Now we got the fingernail shit and that? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What I was going to say is, because you mentioned painting, I posted on our Instagram last night in the story that ghosty painting that you did, like the big one. And everybody was like, lots of people DM'd and were like, Tenney painted that? What the fuck? They're like, is there anything? They're like, his talents are blah, blah, blah. Like, is there anything he can't do? Blah, blah. Like, people lost their shit. And then somebody was like, you can't not, whatever, on the next thing, like, talk about what the meaning of whatever, you know, how you came up with whatever. So somebody wanted to know how you.
My ghosty paintings?
Oh.
I don't know. My ghosty paintings just came around because I was painting and then it was kind of a mistake. Like I was using canvas to clean my brushes and then all the little strokes, like I realized that some of them were facing each other and I all of a sudden realized they all looked like little ghosts. Then I remembered that I kind of think like all the little ghosts that are around us all the time. And if you look at that painting, like yours, like the ones that I paint, that's what I was painting today was little ghost paintings. But if you look at them, like there's little families of ghosts on them. If you look at them, like you can see like parent ones and children ones, and some of them are grouped together and some of them are by themselves. It's just this way of thinking about ghosts as kind of all being together, but then in their little groups outside of the larger group. I don't know, just something. I don't know why I paint my blob monsters. I don't really know why I paint the ghosts. I don't know why I draw what I draw. It's all just inspired. It just comes through. A lot of the times when I'm writing, the words that I'm writing don't satisfy me, so I have to put down what I'm writing and I have to draw stuff.
The one you gave me looks like it's crazy. Like you almost can't even see it. It kind of showed up better on the video, but like it almost has like light beams through the bottom of it. Like it looks like there's a light source, like making them look transparent. It's so good. I fucking love that painting.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What was I gonna say too about I felt like, oh yeah, because at night on our Instagram, if anybody wants to follow our Instagram, it's WUW, what's up weirdo, WUW pod on Instagram. But I've been doing late night Instagram lives showing the skunks and stuff. And then, but stuff keeps happening right when I stop doing it. But anyway, so last night The skunks left. Oh, I think it was like a firework, like fucking again, or a truck or something, and the skunks ran away. So I came in here and I'm like, what can I show everybody? And I showed them your painting. So I've been doing these. And then last night we started calling it our late night skunk yard fam meditation. So I'm just doing nightly meditations.
I had the little black cat come back tonight and walked up to my sliding glass door, and I went up because I had those cat treats. I went up to give him some more cat treats, and 2 feet away from opening the sliding glass door, someone let off a fucking M80 in the neighborhood, and it flew off the porch, and I haven't seen him since.
It like makes my whole soul drop when like I'm out there and like even during the day when the cats are here or whatever, it's like, oh, there goes a car horn. There goes somebody with bumping their stereo. There goes, oh, the fucking fire truck comes by and they all scatter. I'm like, God, humans are the worst. I know we need that shit, but it's like, oh, like they would just be so peaceful and it would be so quiet. Whatever.
I don't know. People annoy me sometimes. I know we've said it before and say it again. I love everybody, but some people are garbage.
Yeah. More garbagey. Lots of people are garbagey.
When I was mowing my lawn today, this woman who was walking her dog like shouted to me over the lawnmower, and I turned the lawnmower off and I was like, what? And she like pointed at my lawn and she was like, I just wanted you to know there's dog poop on your lawn. You should pick it up. And I thought to myself, like, someone else should have picked it up. I don't have a dog. Like, I didn't say anything to her. I was just like, meh. And then like I didn't even know what she was doing.
Yeah, mind your business.
Yeah. Like, what? Did your dog sniff the dog poop on my lawn? Like, maybe that's what happened and I didn't see it?
Not your problem.
Not my problem. Do you remember when we were little and dogs just pooped all over the place and nobody picked it up?
Yeah, 100%. You know how many, listen, I had Bean for 14 years. Do you know how many times I picked up his shit? Probably 8 times. I'm not even exaggerating. I am not. I would never do that shit. I don't fucking care. Somebody will eat it. It'll be fertilizer. What the fuck ever. Shit is natural. Whatever. I don't have time.
I just remember when I was little, here's some things I remember from being little that don't really exist anymore for me. I remember when I was little, I used to step in dog poop all the time. Mm-hmm. That doesn't really happen anymore. I used to stub the fuck out of my toes all the time. Like the whole...
Like on the sidewalk, you'd skin your toe?
On the sidewalk, the whole front corner of my big toe would just rip. Oh.
This is the worst. We talked about every gross thing.
But I mean, that used to happen like once a week when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, and your skin was all like soft. It wasn't even like hard yet. It would just like go, but.
Yeah. You just have this like tiny piece of skin hanging off the front of your toe.
I have to change the subject. I'm not doing this. But anyway, I was going to tell you.
Wait.
Oh no! Don't do it.
No, this isn't a gross thing. I was just saying things that I used to happen when I was a kid that don't anymore. We talked one time before about how like I wake up and then I immediately go and do stuff, but you have like a slow wake up.
Soft wake up.
Soft wake up, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I used to, I don't know, lay in bed and watch at least 15 to 20 minutes of cartoons before I would get out of bed.
Me too, 100%.
I think I need to start doing that again.
Yeah, just let your body wake up, let your brain wake up. Watch a Looney Tune.
Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show.
But anyway, so I was going to tell you, back to the skunks. There's 2 different skunks that have an all-white tail. There's Skelly and Ghost. And Skelly is the one that was like on my Instagram in a fight that was like screaming. Skelly's crazy. I've only seen Skelly twice. So the other night, my iPhone, like when you have an iPhone, a newer iPhone, and you swipe right, there's like a screen on the left and it shows you photo highlights at the top of the screen. And sometimes I do it on accident and literally every photo on my fucking phone is Bean. So it showed me a picture of Bean. Then I fall into a hole of looking at his shit and I started fucking crying. I cried for like a half an hour, right? But earlier that day, in my brain, I was like, I wonder where Skelly is. I'm like, Skelly was my favorite. I haven't seen that. I've only seen that skunk twice. So listen, so then I get so upset about Bean. I'm fucking sobbing. I clean my shit off. Go look out the window and fucking Skelly is right there. Like, right there. Right when I was thinking it. Right when I was upset. Like, Bean sent me Skelly. I know he did. So anyway, so that was the one day. And when it happens at night, I wake up and I'm like, ugh. I like look at my face and it looks like I've been crying and whatever the fuck. So that night is the night that the fucking raccoon came. Like 2 nights in a row, like Bean sent me friends, so I wasn't sad. And listen, I I've been in this house for over 11 years. I have seen a raccoon in my yard one time, and it was like 8 years ago. So, like, there's no reason. He's sending me all these friends. I have 9 different skunks, 4 cats, a raccoon,
All the
like
birds,
4 different possums. Yeah,
possum.
and I live on damn main roads. Everybody's like probably thinks I live in a cabin in the woods. I don't. I literally live in a suburb.
Yeah, I mean, even where you live compared to where I live, I should have more animals in my backyard than you.
You should.
Yeah, because you are back. I mean, you have some major roads around you, and you have businesses that are open all around you.
Yep. There's no reason. There's literally no. If people could see where I live, they'd be like, it would be even crazier that I have a jungle in my backyard.
Yes.
But it's being. I know it is.
Yes.
It's being. But then another crazy thing happened last night. I don't know what's going on planetarily. I like saw Dana post something about this too. Like, is anybody else having fucked up dreams? And I'm like, yes. So last night I had a super realistic kidnapping dream. I think I had like went out of town on my own, but then somebody kidnapped me and I was like, I kind of, and then they dragged me somewhere and I didn't really know where I was. So anyway, in the dream, I was looking for like something on the wall or like an address or a flyer. So at one point I saw a flyer and it said a street name in a city. And I remember in the dream, I called my dad and I was scared because I knew I was far away. And I'm like, he's not going to want to fucking drive all the way here. In the dream, I'm like, Dad, this is where I am. This is the street I'm on. I got fucking kidnapped. You got to come get me. So then, of course, I woke up fucking sweating. I woke up like fucked. So then, of course, I Google it today. And the street is in the fucking city. Like, what? That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I think it's crazy.
You mean it's crazy that there's a real street called that?
Yes. It's in Columbus. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that crazy.
I think that's crazy.
There's a whole bunch of stuff in our brains that we don't know is there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you've looked at a map at some point in your life of that area.
No.
And you're on your phone passing through while you're driving, and your brain remembers everything it sees. Everything. Whether or not you remember it, it gets stored in your brain.
That's nuts.
It's crazy.
I know. It was so real. Everything was so real. Like, I talked to real people. I went into real buildings. Like, it was real. It was fucking real. Before I got kidnapped, I was in like 2 different condos and I could tell you everything in there. That's so fucking weird.
Dreams are a very strange world. I posted a tweet from a dream writing I had where I woke up in the middle of the night and I wrote down, "Don't let your rituals become routines." And I reposted that on Twitter this week. And so many people were like, your handwriting is fucked. First of all, that's your comment, is to comment on my crappy handwriting. Second of all, I want to see your handwriting when you wake up at 3:30 in the fucking morning out of a dream, scramble to find a pen and a pencil, write something down that actually makes sense, and then we'll talk about whose handwriting sucks.
People just have to say the worst thing ever all the time.
All the time.
I know. What did I see today? Somebody said something so fucking dumb.
The majority of people don't even write anymore. They write their name, and that's it. They don't write anything anymore ever.
Though I just remembered the thing I saw. It was like an MMA thing, and there's like these MMA awards that happen every year. And one of the ones this year, like a female is nominated, and the 2 other males are obviously like huge figures. And the girl was posting like, you only have a couple more days to vote, blah, blah, blah. And then some idiot guy under it writes, you're not going to win. It's going to be so-and-so or so-and-so. Like, why would you even fucking write that? Why would you... A, you could write that on your own socials if you fucking felt that way. B, we all write it right under her shit where she can read it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, that's what you wanted to add to this day, just making somebody else feel like shit for no reason. What?
Yeah. Did you see that person? Did you see that person that blocked me because I was nice to them on Twitter? I posted that on Twitter too this week.
I think I did, but I don't remember the story.
No, I just posted something and then someone wrote something mean and then they liked their own tweet.
Oh, yeah.
And then I said, texted them, or tweeted to them, I said, did you like your own tweet? And they said, if I don't like my own tweet, no one will like my tweet. And then I wrote, I'm sorry that that's happening to you. I'm sorry that you're lacking communication and that can be distraction. And I'm sorry. And then their response was blocked to me.
Well, maybe that's why I don't have anybody to talk to.
Jeez.
Worse. Nice try, though.
Here's the other thing, too, though. I think that Twitter, people always talk about Twitter should have an edit button. I don't think so. I think Twitter should have a thing where you write a tweet and then you press send and it immediately deletes that and then says that that tweet did not get posted, and then you have to rewrite it. I think that when people get like super furious and like type their whole first tweet reply and they say something crappy and mean, then you hit send. The first time you hit send, that you're actually just hitting delete. Like Twitter just deletes the first time and it forces you to write it a second time. The second time you'll have a little bit of clarity and a moment to think, and then there you go.
No, it's already doing that. If you write a lot of swear words or something super mean in your tweet, it's like starting to stop people. Instagram's doing it too. I like in my Instagram story the other day, or maybe it was in a reply. I don't know.
Why do people gotta be mean in the first place?
I know. But I was trying to write the word betch, like BETCH, and it was like in a good way, and it wouldn't let me fucking post it. Like Instagram's like blocking swear words. And I was saying it as a positive, Instagram.
Gonna have to make up new swear words.
I know. Bro, remember last night when you DM'd me about Billie Eilish like 3 times?
Dude, that album is great.
I know, I was so surprised. I opened my DMs and you're like, you have to listen to the new Billie Eilish, it's amazing. Like, amazing in caps. I was like, whoa, pump the brakes, Tenney.
I'm thinking, you know what I should do for Patreons? I was thinking about doing this. Old Man Tenney watches new YouTube artists.
Yeah, sure.
See what my hot takes are on them.
Boy, that song is incredible though.
The first new artist, new album I bought in years.
Yeah,
like
more than ever.
I'm just buying old jazz albums and old soundtracks, and all of a sudden, here comes a Billie Eilish fucking record to my house. A double record at that.
I know, I almost ordered it last night. There's all different colors too.
Yeah, I don't get sucked into that shit.
I usually don't either, but yeah, that was exciting. That was a good song. This kid DM'd me on Instagram. I don't know how he found me, but he's
trying to date you?
No. I don't fucking maybe, but he's got a TikTok. He goes by Beyond Paranormal on TikTok. He's got 206,000 followers, and on Instagram he's got 156,000 followers, but his name's Corbin Bentley and he does these little videos, and one of the Dalen from the Ghost Brothers follows him, but like his content's cool. His TikToks are cool. He goes to a lot of creepy places. Like, he does the work. Like, I was just wondering, like, what you thought of up and coming, like, social media savvy, like, ghost people, you know? Because that wasn't, like, a thing, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine, I guess. I mean, I have to understand how it's going to develop. And there are a lot of ghost hunters who are, like, my age and maybe even a little younger or a little older who don't like that it's become so like, we're going to go to Queen Mary and hunt ghosts. But I mean, that's just legitimately what ghost hunters have been doing without YouTube and TikTok.
True.
They just had to do it with production companies because they couldn't afford to do it. And now it's become affordable for anybody to do it. So I don't have a problem with it. I just think it's weird, like at a certain point, I feel like, especially with huge influencers that are like making a lot of money off of YouTube and TikTok and stuff, I know that that's where their base is at, but I think at a certain point they should transition into larger media. Like if I was an 18-year-old ghost hunter who started making a couple $100,000 a year from my TikTok and my Instagram, I would be like, check out what I'm doing now, everybody. I'm making a fucking motion picture. I have a Netflix show coming. Like, I would blast away from the smaller stuff, but that's just me. I mean, I don't understand any of the TikTok, Instagram, YouTube stuff.
Yeah, it's like, and all, like, I make all of our Patreon videos on my iPhone and they look great. Like, it's crazy too, because those people can make like such nice looking videos on phones now. You know, you don't really need a cameraman. And then also I feel like the TikTok videos are essentially like clickbaity articles, like what you would have seen like before, like, oh, is this a ghost? Is it not? And then it just like flashes on your screen and you watch it. Like, it's just a different clickbaity thing, easier, you know what I mean? Because people don't read anymore.
Yeah, but it's like that picture I showed you too. Like, I also get weary of like knowing that there are production companies that have studios where independent YouTube TikTokers actually have like their quote unquote basement set up, and they go there and they get paid all this money through ad revenue, and I was in advertising long enough too that whenever I see like a TikToker or a YouTube person lift up a Starbucks cup or lift up like their Mountain Dew, like I wonder to myself, oh, I wonder if they're getting paid to do that.
Yeah, if anybody sees any videos of us, we're not doing that.
I will. I would hold up a Starbucks cup.
I mean, if they would sponsor us, but we already have a coffee sponsor.
I just think the other thing too, this is a weird thing too to talk about too, which is, so, I have complaints about how production companies will make paranormal television or paranormal documentaries. Like they have to hype it up to make it something watchable. They have to give you the jump scare and they have to give you the hype and stuff like that. And I think that one of the problems with like YouTube and TikTok is that generation has only ever watched television, so they expect it to be that way. So when they investigate, they are unknowingly making it that way for themselves, where if they were really just investigating the way that we actually investigate, you wouldn't. I've said this before, and I will continue to say this. If you made a show of people actually investigating ghosts, no one would watch it on television, a movie, TikTok, YouTube, or nothing. It is fucking boring. Nothing happens. Like, that's the reality of the situation. Like a door slams or someone gets a creepy feeling, but that is not watchable for an extended period of time on TikTok, YouTube, or television.
Yeah, I've been there now a few times when stuff has been recorded or whatever, and it's like you said, and you told me this before I went to anything, but like people will record footage for 3 days and it goes into 40 minutes of like, so it takes a long time to get tangible evidence. If you even get any.
Right, which is why when a YouTube or a TikTok star goes somewhere and every single place that they go, they get something crazy, the craziest time on the Queen Mary, the craziest time at Manfield. Like every time they go somewhere, if something is happening is every time, then that's happening every time.
Yeah, we've been places before, and you told me this before too, that like some places are fucking weird. Like there's speakers in the walls and shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
When we were when Greg and Dana and I were on Amy's Strange Escapes, the last time we were at the Queen Mary, we were in the most haunted room on the Queen Mary with our group, and we were doing Estes session, and we were talking just as a group, talking to each other. And there were some YouTube kids that didn't know anybody was in the room, and we heard them filming outside of the room, and they were saying like, you can actually hear voices in this room. And I opened up the door and they fucking screamed and ran off because, and that's going to be great on their YouTube channel, but it wasn't a ghost. It was just me opening a door.
You should have smashed your head into the wall and opened the door with a bunch of blood on your face like a psycho.
Ah! Didn't you ever hurt yourself? Didn't you ever hurt yourself so someone didn't hurt you?
No. Well, I was going to say, though, like, on the flip side of, like, there's YouTubers and there's whatever, and maybe people who are exploiting stuff or making fake evidence. But at the same time, we were saying from being at Paracon that there's, like, this whole new, like, up-and-coming, like, cute squad of, like, young people who are interested in spooky stuff. And they're always, like, so sweet to talk to. They're, like, open to learning everything, and they're little puppy eyes.
The problem is, and this has always been the problem with anything, whether it's ghosts or UFOs or Bigfoot or magic or witchcraft, is that when the next generation comes in, they're super excited and they have a ton of energy and they're super fascinated with it. And they've seen other people doing it on YouTube and TikTok and television and in movies. So they have an idea in their head of what it's supposed to be like. And 3 or 4 years in, for a lot of the next generation, 3 or 4 years in, when it's not at all like they saw on TikTok, YouTube, movies, or television, they become super disenchanted, and then they just stop being involved because they're like, yeah, I did that for a little while, but it's just a bunch of junk. And then they become like really jaded against it. And a lot of those people become diehard skeptics because I did that when I was a kid and nothing ever happened and it's all a bunch of junk and I saw people fake stuff. You have to go into it knowing that it's going to be personalized to you, and it's not going to be what you see on television or what your preconceived idea is.
Yeah, and it's not glamorous. It's like dirty most of the time. It's fucking cold or it's so hot.
Or you don't eat for 24 hours, or you drive for 12 hours, and there's no bathroom. And
yeah, I was gonna say the thing with the needles, but I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that.
oh, my feet getting stabbed with needles.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or you gotta walk around. You gotta walk around an abandoned house where the floor is covered in abandoned heroin needles, and maybe have them stick you in the feet.
God, that's the worst story.
And someone's been using the house like someone as the toilet. They've got a Home Depot bucket that they've been pooping in for the past month.
No.
The glamorous life of ghost hunters.
Humans are worse than ghosts.
Humans are worse than ghosts.
Worst. Just keeping an eye out on new faces. He seemed nice though when he DM'd me. It was really nice. So I don't know. Whatever. And then I told you I had something else to tell you about Billy Zane. Oh, so one of our friends DM'd me and he was like, he's like, when was that thing where you were supposed to go to and meet Billy Zane? And I told him, and I'm like, we can't go because we have to go to Strange Escapes in New Hampshire, so I'm going to miss it. And then he's like, well, I know so-and-so who knows Billy, and they said whenever you want, you can meet it. They'll set it up and you can get a picture and an autograph and blah, 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 and we'll make it happen. So it's going to happen. I don't know where or when, but I got it in. I got it in now. I seriously, I was reading the message. I screenshot it and I got so fucking nervous. I'm like, I feel hot. What am I going to say? So at least
hi, Billy Zane. That's
hi, Billy Zane. Hi, I'm good. I'm going to do the sound that you did from my car brakes. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. Very good.
And then you'll pee your pants and fall down.
I know. But yeah. No, I don't know if it's going to be worse or better because the person's going to be like, oh, this girl really wants to meet you. And I'm going to be like, oh. So I got to figure out where else he's going to be. And we got to figure out where else Richard Dreyfuss is going to be because I have to meet Hooper.
I know.
But when we go to New Hampshire, we might see him there. So it's pretty even.
I like the fact that you know that we're going to New Hampshire and I don't.
I know when it is, too. I
have no idea when it is, and I don't have any idea that I'm going.
Well, I'm not telling you when yet because I don't know if I'm allowed to divulge that information, but...
Yeah, I'm glad that someone's on par with my schedule and knows what's going on with my schedule because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I know something else happened today, too, that's whatever, I'll tell you later, but something else happened with our
no
schedule.
Secrets.
Well, okay, so the thing that we're doing in Wisconsin on the Friday, I think we have to do a thing on Thursday night now, too, so we're doing 2 things.
Okay.
So we get no rest.
That's fine.
Literally airport to there.
That's fine.
I know. I'm never going to sleep again, ever. I went from, everybody knows that we went to Belvoir, and that was my first flight in 7 or 8 years, whenever. And then this coming up, I have so much shit coming up, and we have an event. I'm going to have to take 4 flights in 10 days. I'm going to be drunk.
You can't be drunk.
Oh, yeah, not if we have to go to an event. Well, I can be tipsy.
No, but I mean, you can't drink if you're on a diet.
No, that'll be after.
Oh, so after UFC, you're just going to balloon up?
I mean, it's 2 days after. I won't be fat yet. I hope. Oh, and I switched. Well, whatever. No, I already told you about that. I switched my hotel, and I'm going to be fancy when I'm there. Boop, boop.
Such a fancy pants.
I know. I had to do it.
What am I going to do while you're gone?
You're doing UFO contact.
No, aside from that.
Well, I don't know.
When am I going to record the new episode?
I don't know. I might have to do it from there.
Ooh. Live recording from out of state.
I know. We might have to.
Wow.
Because the last time we skipped a week, fucking people lost their mind. Sorry, I have a life. What if you have a guest again? I almost said ghost. What if you have a guest again instead of me?
What if I have a ghost as a guest?
I know. What if you have a ghost as a guest? I won't be mad if you want to have a guest, but...
I don't want to talk to anybody but you.
Yeah.
That's as nice as you're going to get out of me tonight.
Yeah, fuck off, bitch. Did you... fucking nerd. Did you see on our Instagram today, the little screenshot I posted?
No. I don't look at our Instagram.
Cool, thanks. Anyway, so first of all, we call each other like 3 or 4 times a day, and then when we're not on the phone, we DM each other all day long. So anyway, so one of our DM exchanges, it was like, it must have been, I don't remember what we did. We hang out all the time, but I had DM'd you and was like, I had a nice time today. Thank you for being my friend. And your answer was, get out of here with that bullshit. So I posted the screenshot and everybody's like, oh, that's real friendship. I was like, true. I've been saving that one in the drafts for a while. I was like, it's a good one.
I don't know how to even use drafts. I don't even know what drafts are. Old man Tenney.
Oh boy.
My computer is just a typewriter with a TV.
Yeah.
And
well,
my phone is just a phone with a TV. I don't know anything other than that.
You're doing great, okay? Did you know that I didn't know? Okay, this word hasn't been thrown around that long, I don't think, but I kept hearing the word obelisk on stuff and like on ghost shows and wherever you guys say obelisk. I didn't fucking know that was a ghost box. I thought it was a different thing.
No, it is a different thing.
What is it?
A ghost box is a radio that does frequency sweeps and scans.
Yeah,
like
I know that.
An SB7 and an SB11 is a ghost box. An obulus is like a little box that has a screen on it.
Okay.
And it's got a little speaker inside, and you turn it on and you walk around in a location, and every now and then it says and will show you a word.
On the screen?
Yeah, so it'll say like oak, dark. Like that's it.
So it shows you the word and it says the word?
Yeah, so that you know what it's saying, because it's that robot-y voice, because they're mostly pretty cheaply made.
Got it. I think I know what that means.
It sounds like a speak and spell, and it's like a little version of a speak and spell, and then people are like, the ghosts are manipulating the digital chip inside to say the word that they want to say.
This is that thing that you talked about where you can program the words in it, right? And you hate it?
Yes.
Got it. Now I'm on board. Yeah, the ghost box is just random.
It's just random frequency sweeping, yes. And an obulus has an internal dictionary that's programmed into it, and then the machine randomly picks words and displays them, but people think that it's ghosts picking the words to tell the machine to say.
Got it. Now I get it. Did they used to call that box, the word box, something else?
I don't think so.
No?
I think it was always called an obulus.
Okay. You learn something new every day.
No, in my old age, this is my story. In my old age, last night I was taking the dirty laundry from my bedroom upstairs down to the laundry room. Mm-hmm. And I think yesterday was the day when I realized that I'm not super young anymore, because I was carrying the laundry down the steps and I was going at a pretty good clip. And then I missed the second from last step. And dropped the laundry and grabbed the handrail and then was just able to grab the doorknob and didn't smash at the bottom of my steps. And I had to sit on the floor for a second and be like, okay, maybe you're getting older, so you should take the steps a little slower these days. So that was listen, you know this. This would have been a moment where John's just laying dead at the bottom of his steps for a couple of days until you come over, because I'm not answering text messages.
I swear I had the same thought last night. There's been crickets in my basement and I don't know how the fuck they're getting there, but I've already saved 2. So then last night I heard another one, and there's I throw my shit that has to go out for recycling my stairs have a corner. So I throw it to the first landing and all the shit's there. And I'm going down the steps trying to get the cricket. And I'm this is how I'm going to die. Somebody's going to find me with my bug cup and my fucking piece of cardboard at the bottom of the stairs. And I died trying to save a fucking cricket. That's how it's going to happen. We had the same moment.
Yeah. Tenney laying at the bottom of his steps in a pile of his dirty laundry.
I know. And I'm just there's a cricket on my face. It's laughing at me. Damn it. Whatever, but I didn't fall. But no, I kind of at the same time the other day, where the fuck was I? I had to be somewhere early. I don't remember. Why did I have to be somewhere so early? Oh, it was my health inspection thing for my tattoo studio. So I had to get up fucking early. So I got bagels, and then I was on my way back, and there was a estate sale. So I like stopped because I'm like, hell yeah, I'm never up. And I went through it, and we've been to these things a million times. We've been to garage sales, we go to vintage stores, we go to antique stores, literally all the time. And for some odd reason, I just got like hit with like a weird vibe when I was in there. And I'm like, because those things are so creepy, because it's like either one of the people or both of the people just literally up and fucking, they're gone. And everything is, there's still shit in the drawers, there's still shit in the cabinets, and it's like, there's little signs on shit that's like, open the drawers, open the cabinets. I'm like, this is fucked. Like their life just stopped and it's all still here. And it like bummed me out, because I'm like, I don't have kids, I probably won't get married. I'm like, where's all the fuck my stuff gonna go? And I'm gonna leave all this shit and just how it was. Like, ugh, I got so weirded out, dude. I didn't buy one thing, I fucking left. I had like an existential crisis.
Yeah, for sure.
It was weird. It was a bum out.
I've told you before, I'll say it again. I keep on saying it. Tenney dies, grab the crew, you know which ones, come in my house, take the shit that you want, and then burn this fucking thing to the ground.
I swear I had the same thought. Like when I got home, I'm like, all right, Tenney takes all this shit, like Angie, my sister, Mark, that's like it. And then whatever, sell my house, I guess. It was so weird. Bless you.
Jeez,
you all right there? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, we're pretty depressing right now. Anyway. I don't know. I never get that feeling, dude. And I was just like, oh, this fucking sucks. It sucks.
I was talking to my neighbors about the guy who lived here before me, the one that everybody thought died in the house, but really died somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they were telling me, my neighbors were telling me all sorts of gossip about him that I didn't know about. What? Like he had like a 30-year-old maid that took care of him that he was banging.
No.
And that after he moved to the like old folks home where he ended up dying, they sent a cleaning crew in here and they took out like hundreds of Viagra were all over the floor.
What?
Yeah.
You still got him?
Fuck no. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I don't fucking know. Fuck no.
Fuck no.
Well, that's crazy times.
Yeah. I didn't know that he was a crazy old horn dog.
No.
That was, I don't know if you know this or not, but that was like a huge part of my family's falling out with each other. Was when my grandfather was like 67 or 68, he had a stroke and lost like the left side of his body usage. Like he couldn't use the left side of his body. So they found this maid in northern Michigan who had formerly been my uncle's girlfriend. And so they moved her down here to take care of my grandfather. And like within like 3 years, he married her.
Dang.
My grandfather married my uncle's ex-girlfriend.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And then she and my uncle convinced my grandfather to sign over everything in his will to her and my uncle.
Dang.
Yeah. Family fallout, drama, The Hills, Royal Oak version.
I was just going to say fucking Dateline. Jeez. Keith Morrison.
I actually forget, sometimes I say this, it's really crazy. I forget. If you hear me at my lectures, sometimes I'll say I never had any grandparents. They were all dead before I was born. I forget that I had a grandfather. Like I very rarely, infrequently interacted with that side of the family and with him. Like I don't even really ever remember him being a grandfather or being around. So I don't think it really counts.
We've always been super huge proponents of you don't have to talk to anybody you don't fucking want to talk to. If your family is toxic and shitty, don't fucking talk to them. Your life will be way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Protect your bubble. On the flip side of hating your family, my brother FaceTimed me today with the little baby on his chest. The baby's what day is it now? It's almost a month old. Well, it's like 3 weeks old. It's very tiny. And he FaceTimed me and he was feeding it a bottle. It was really cute.
It's still larval stage though, right?
Yeah, it's like a baby beetle. or
Yeah, like I mean,
caterpillar.
you can't really. It doesn't flip over by itself yet or anything.
Oh, he can move. He's just a little nugget, but I swear he looks just like my dad and my brother. It's wild. Like he has the same eyes. He looks the same, but
All babies look the same.
I know. No, this one, no, no. Some
Yeah,
babies are fucking ugly. Sorry, they are. And this baby is really cute.
all babies look like humans that aren't done cooking yet.
No, if I showed you my brother and my dad, he looks just like them.
I can't. I am not. I like kids, but I'm not a fan of babies.
I'm not either. But this one I have to be because I'm an aunt now. But it was cute. It
Whatever.
was making like monkey noises. It was making like like sleepy cries, and it was like sounded like a monkey. It was really cute.
That's the evolved. That's how human beings are still around. We've got an evolved trigger in us that when we see little munchkin larval people, they know how to make the sounds and stuff that make us go like, oh, gotta protect it, gotta protect it, gotta, it's cute, it's cute.
I know. Well, it's about time in my life I cared about one baby. I'm only allowing one. That's all.
You're only allowing one?
Yeah.
Are you gonna let yourself go over there and change the like weird shitty mustard diaper?
Nah, I already told him I'm not babysitting until it was like 8. And then one of my clients was like, you can babysit at like 4 or 5, just as long as they can go to the potty and tell you what they want. Like,
Yeah.
they have to be able to say food, bathroom, whatever, water. But before that, like, it's a nightmare because you don't know what the fuck they want.
I told you that was like for my nephew. When I would go over to my nephew's house, it would be like 6 o'clock. And I would order, he would go pizza, and I'd order pizza, and then we'd watch cartoons, and then he would go to the bathroom by himself, and then I would go, put your pajamas on, and he would put his pajamas on, and then he would go up in his bed, and then I'd read him a book, and he'd fall asleep, and it was like 8 o'clock, and I'd been there for 2 hours, and then I'd just hang out until my sister and brother-in-law got home a few hours later.
That sounds like every time I come over your house. What does she want? Give her pizza.
Give her a
Read her a
pizza.
story.
Read her a story. Let her watch the funny shows. Now she's got to go to sleep.
Are you my babysitter?
I think I am.
Oh my God. I'm a simple person. Except I always have to have 3 bevies when I come to your house.
Well, that's like a little fucking kid. I want juice. I want milk. I want water. Where's my juice box?
I know. I need water and coffee and a alcoholic bevy.
I want pizza. I want French fries. I want a sandwich. You're you are a fucking 5-year-old that I'm babysitting.
I know. Whatever. So are you.
I'm the old man.
We babysit each other.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta smoke. I need Del Taco. I need a new toy from eBay. I need 3 new books.
I know. I'm there with you.
Yeah. Babysitters.
Babysitters.
Fucking horizontal stud finder. I hate it. Well, that'll be my hashtag when I go to UFC. Zing!
Can't you get that printed on some fucking shorts on your ass cheeks? Horizontal
Yeah.
stud.
Oh, I still am bummed out in Saugatuck I didn't get those shorts that said "I love hot dads" on the back.
HSF. You got to put it on your back, on your butt, on your shorts. HSF. Horizontal stud finder.
People are like, what does that mean? Like, I don't know. I need a salad. I'm gonna make a salad after this.
You're gonna make a salad. I had chili dogs and some French fries.
What did I have? I woke up and ate a brownie, and then a little bit after that I made pasta and garlic bread.
You could have come over and gotten your French fries and your fucking bread and your fake eggs that I all have here waiting for you, but for the past 2.5, 3 days, I don't want to leave my house. I'm busy with things.
I am. I just needed some.
I'm so busy. I'm so busy.
I know. I just didn't feel it. Whatever. We'll do it soon. We're gonna make designs for this. We're gonna make What's Up Weirdo shirt designs, and I don't want.
Are you gonna cancel again tomorrow?
No, I have to work tomorrow, but the day after, I'll probably come over. Okay. Or I actually think that my second appointment tomorrow is in the middle of canceling because they haven't answered me. So maybe I'll come over after work tomorrow.
We'll see. That's all I got.
Me too. We're gonna go eat food and check on the skunks.
Go check your skunks. I'm going to read and finish painting.
Okay.
Good talk.
Okay, bye. You didn't do it.
Bye.